Free Comic Book Day is always an exciting event in the comic book community. I had a very wonderful Free Comic Book Day. Hey YouTube, it's Matt here. Now, like I said in the introduction, it's Free Comic Book Day. At least Saturday the 14th was Free Comic Book Day. Now, I was able to look out because I got to see and meet and talk to James Tynion the Fourth. Now, I don't know if he goes by the Fourth, but he's definitely on the end of his name. But guys, he's one of the biggest writers in comic books today. You know, there's a handful out there that everyone knows about, and he is definitely on that top list of well-known writers. He's been putting out some great hits, such things as Something is Killing the Children. He is on Batman, for goodness sake. Nice House on the Lake. Guys, he is a hit on every book he is doing. He's got some news out there. Guys, for this channel, I wanted to do a little interview of him. And guys, I was in line at a local comic shop. One of my favorite comic shops out there, and I'll talk about it. But there was people behind me, and I only got a 3-minute interview with him because I didn't want to hold the line up forever. But I really felt he would have talked to me all day if I kept asking him questions. So guys, I want to thank him for just being a super nice person, you know, helping out with the channel. You know, giving us a little bit of news about what's going on in his future world. But guys, this comic shop that I was at, I was absolutely stunned and shocked to find a creator at this level. In fact, he wasn't the only one there. Sam Johns, who is a very accomplished writer in her own right, she was also there signing books. So we got to meet both of them. But this is a very small comic shop. It is Codex Comics in Ebensburg, Pennsylvania. In my past videos, I do a little tour of this comic book shop. Love the owners, super great people. I always like supporting small businesses. Now, I was there for Free Comic Book Day, and I'm going to show you some books that I got signed. But first, let me show you some of these Free Comic Book Day books that we got. Now, you know, speaking of James Tynion, right here, you know, is Enter the House of Slaughter. Great book, okay? I actually read this one last night. I'm really kind of digging this. I think the Something is Killing the Children, you know, storyline and universe is hopefully keeps expanding because so far I've really been enjoying this. Now, I'm a big fan of AWA. I'm a big fan of the Resistance. This is the Resistance Uprising. Love the art on this. What a great, you know, series here. But AWA is really putting out some good stuff. So I like to see them. Oh, you can't go wrong with Spider-Man and Venom. Such a, you know, two of my favorite characters out there. Now, here's a character I don't know much about. I'm going to be honest with you. Lady Mechanica, never read anything about it. Don't know anything about steampunk, to be honest. I think I need to start reading about it so that I can learn about it. Because I know a lot of people, they really, really like steampunk, you know, comic book universe. I don't know if that's a thing. Like I said, I've never read it. But so many people I know really, really like that stuff. So, you know what? I got to give it an attempt. And can't go wrong with my man Batman right here, which is kind of funny because one of the writers is Tynion. But that's actually, I don't know why I didn't think about it. I picked it up for Free Comic Book Day. Now, whenever I go to shop for Free Comic Book Day, you know, that is a great marketing event for local comic book shops. Guys, they have to pay for those books that they're giving away for free. Now, the comic publishers don't just give it to them. Those shops have to pay them. It is a reduced price, but it's still a cost that they have to come up with. They are hoping to generate new customers, new interest in comic books. They're hoping to generate business. Now, guys, I'm an existing customer. They're not getting new business by putting out a free comic book day, but I feel like I need to give back to the local comic shops that, support my hobby and, always help me out whenever they can. So I always make sure that I buy some extra books. And I got some cool books here. Guys, I got this book. This is X-Men number 186. I did not get this book because I love the cover. I got it because I really don't like it. Now, hear me out. I don't like to say I don't like things. It's just not really nice to say. But this book is done by Barry Windsor Smith. Now, guys, Barry Windsor Smith is one of my favorite artists out there. Fabulous work over the years done by that person. Guys, this isn't it. I just think this is just a different looking cover, but I think I like it because of the uniqueness, okay? That's a book that I've seen for years. Now, I was never going to go on eBay. I was never going to pay a whole lot of money, but I was hoping to find it in the wild one day. Well, guess what? Found it yesterday. Found a cool book, Tomb of Darkness. I want to start getting into some of the Bronze Age Marvel horror books. They're pretty interesting. I do enjoy them. That, Tomb of Dracula, and there's some other titles out there. One of my favorite new series, Geiger. This is issue 3. I saw it. I have a copy of this, but I was like, I'm going to pick up another one because this is another well-written book. Love this. And right here is another one. This is a Spider-Man Spider's Shadow. Okay, this is a variant, this is a second printing. It is a variant cover, if you will. It's a second printing. But had to pick these up. Now, I was able to ask Mr. Tynion some great questions. And guys, he's such a fun person to ask questions of. I really think he would have stayed there all day and just kept answering questions that I had. But like I said previously, there was a line of people behind me and I didn't want to hold everybody up.
That's just a photo of literally one of these. Like, that isn't drawn.
That's awesome. Didn't think about that.
Oh yeah, I was so happy. Yeah, that might be a little easier.
Hey guys, nice to meet you. My name's Matt, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Do you mind?
Oh yeah, of course.
And
There we go.
so you're in the news right now, going to a Substack.
Yeah.
Were you happy to go there for the freedom that DC wouldn't? That you were working on a pre-existing character with DC. Do you like having the freedom to create your own?
Well, I've always really liked having the freedom to do my own types of books, which you could see even while I was working like full time on DC stuff. I was also working full time on all my creator-owned titles, which was sort of the problem. Is I was sort of working like multiple full-time jobs at the same time, and so I think a lot of people. Like obviously it's a bit of a statement to step away from a book like Batman, but at the same time, my real intent there, like I imagine I'll write like more superhero stuff down the line. I imagine that and I still have really good relationships with everyone at DC. It's just more I couldn't do that as a full-time job and pursue all of the stuff in creator-owned that I wanted to. And so, at this moment, while my creator-owned, where people are really responding to my creator-owned, I just wanted to make the decision that let me really lean into that and make a bunch more cool comics.
Well, your workload the last few years has been absolutely impressive. We don't know how you did it, actually. So.
I mean, honestly, I think it's the last year in particular, just because, there were no conventions. There was, I wasn't traveling a lot, and that, so it allowed me to kind of do an extra book a month that I was basically not able to do. But now that travel's picking up again and all of that stuff, it's something where that also affected how much I was able to to do, especially because, like, yeah, no, it's one thing when, when there's less socializing going on in general and all of that, but once the world started opening up, is like, okay, yeah, no, I can't just like stay in my writing cave 24 hours a day.
You try.
I do try.
You did a great job with it. Two real quick questions.
Yeah.
Are you going to go straight digital with Substack, or is there going to be hard copies?
Oh, they're gonna all start digital, but the goal is for everything to end up in print. Like this, it's just more. It's not going to be sort of a day and date sort of thing. It's really what's happening is that I'm developing the next year of like creator-owned titles, but people who subscribe there are getting a chance to see them early. And so that's sort of the thing. But everything's going to end up in print. Yeah.
Well, it's going to make a lot of my subscribers happy
Yeah.
to hear that. Guys, I hope you liked that interview. I just did an interview with Clayton Crane a little over a month ago. Guys, I'm new to this, okay? Now, I like to show this channel is kind of like my personal journey through comics. Guys, I've never met one comic creator ever before, last month when I met Clayton Crane. Guys, I lucked out and now I got to meet 3 people, like Clayton Crane, Sam Johns, James Tynion. Now I got to meet them, and guys, awesome people. It's really kind of nice to meet people like that when you're into the hobby, because you can ask them questions and get to see a little bit of insight behind the process that we all share our joy for. Now, some of the books that I got here is, I already have one copy of this, but not signed. I got it signed. And guys, well, maybe he's signed some since, but guys, if you weren't there at Codex Comics in Ebensburg, Pennsylvania on Saturday the 14th, there's no way you have this signed. Now, tomorrow he might sign 1,000 of them, but right now, at the filming of this video, yeah, there's only a handful of them out there, and one of them is right here. Now, I had writer Sam Johns, she signed this over here. James Tynion, he signed this over here. This is the Joker, number 6. Kind of a cool character. Now, guys, I've told you, this channel is about my personal growth. Now, we in the comic book community, we're not individuals. We're here and we support each other, and, we all share in each other's joy. But guys, I'm not making my way through the comic book, hobby by myself. There are people out there that are adding to it. Now, I had a video a few weeks ago about an unboxing. Coach T, he reached out to me. He saw that we were talking about the comic book Nice House on the Lake. I missed the first cover, okay? Very popular book out there, but I just wasn't able to pick one up that day, and I haven't been able to find one at an LCS since. Coach T saw my comments in there. Guys, I wasn't soliciting for anybody to send me any books, but Coach T's like, hey, Matt, he messaged me on Instagram and goes, hey, I have some books, that you might be interested in. Would you care for an AOK? I'm like, are you sure, Coach T? And the guy is such a super great guy. I met him at GarageCon back in November of 2019. He coaches basketball. I used to coach basketball. We had a great conversation about comic books, about basketball, about so many things. Absolutely love talking to him, but he sent me an AOK. Now, guys, this is, you can see I have my window bag here. I made it up because I wanted to put signature right here. This is Nice House on the Lake, number 1. That Tynion signed for me. Now, guys, CGC was not on location to certify these signatures, but I am going to send my first book to CBCS. I have one book graded by CBCS, but I ended up buying that off eBay. This time, I am going to send a book off to CBCS. And guys, I'm really kind of curious to see what the turnaround time is, because people are telling me it is really short, quick turnaround time. I'm sending this off to CBCS because they have signature verification. Now, I do have a certificate of authenticity with the signing. I don't know if they'll accept that. I really kind of doubt it, but somehow they have a way to verify signatures and then certify them based upon that signature verification. So, This book is going to get a press before I send it off to CBCS. I'm really looking forward to that. Coach T, I thanked you before, and I'm going to thank you again. And you know what? Whenever that book comes back from CBCS, I'm probably going to thank you again because I am extremely grateful to you for sending me that book. I hope you enjoyed this video about Free Comic Book Day and with the interview with James Tynion. If you do, please hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and put a comment down below. Guys, I want to thank everybody for watching, and you have a great day.